And just like that, my great friend known as the check engine light has come on. That's one way to start a video. So the Z3 is broken again. I was driving it a few hours after I got it back from the transmission shop, and the check engine light came back on. Yay. I don't think it's anything serious though, because the car drives fine. There's no transmission lurching, so I don't think it was anything that the guys at the transmission shop did. I think this is just another problem that the Z3 has that's unrelated to that. So, fun. Yep, there's check engine light. Now let me pull up the scanner. Okay, so the OBD2 connector is connected to my phone. I can see things like acceleration, the dashboard. Obviously the car isn't started, so nothing's showing for that. But let's run the test real quick and let's see what codes I'm getting. Alright, so I'm getting a P340 code and a P420 code. 420. So I'm getting a P340 code and a P420 code. So that's for the camshaft position sensor and the catalytic converter system. I'll obviously have to do more research into these two codes, see if that's it, or if it's just something else. So I'm actually getting this car looked at today because of the oil leak, but I'm also gonna have the guy check what's going on with the codes and check if it's anything serious. If it's not anything serious, then it's not the worst deal in the world. I mean, I've driven cars with check engine lights. Everything seems to be driving just fine in this car. So there's no issue in it right now. So, I mean, not much I can do. Light comes on. Could be a false negative or false positive. Could be something actually wrong. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Okay, oil filter just got changed out. Let's hope that that solved the leak. And yeah. Okay, hi, me. It's another day. You can tell by the shirt. But I never actually finished the video because I'm a genius with that. So from what you guys saw, the oil filter was replaced, and we took a look at the gasket. It was really bad, and so we replaced the filter. We put in a new gasket, and so this should be working a bit better now. I don't think that's leaking I don't think that's leaking oil anymore. I need to see for sure, give it a bit more time, because oil did drip onto other parts in the engine bay. So when it's dripping onto other parts, it's going to obviously drip from those parts onto the ground. So I don't know if it's from the filter or if it's just from oil dripping down from like other parts. So you guys might be wondering if I'm going to be taking the car home with me. Not yet. So the rear driver's side tire still has that nail in it. It hasn't been deflating the tire at all, which is a good sign, but it is still a bit nerve-wracking that that's there. So I want to have that replaced. As for the check engine light, I also want to have that looked at, make sure that it's okay, and that if something needs to be fixed, it'll be fixed before I drive it 200 miles back home. So I don't have to risk anything going wrong when I'm there. Now, I just want to clarify one thing. The check engine light came on about 4 or 5 hours after I got the car back from the shop. That being said, this is not the transmission shop's fault whatsoever. Their job was to fix the bend solenoid, and they did. And it makes the car run a lot better now. But this check engine light is coming on for my catalytic converter. That part is specifically obviously the two are unrelated, and this just decided to come on a few hours after in pure coincidence. But I mean, it's an old BMW, what do you expect? Alright, so here we are in the engine bay for like the I've ran of how many times we've been here. But right there is the oil filter. So when that leaks, essentially what will happen is that it'll drip down onto things like the timing belt and other components down there. And as a result, the drip, even though my oil filter might be changed and the seal is back to new, the oil that's already dripped will essentially leak down underneath it and cause, well, an oil leak, quote unquote, even though there's no more oil leaking out. But yeah, I mean, it's not a problem anymore. I think just driving it around a bit, I think after a while it'll definitely stop dripping from there, like, because the parts that it's dripping from don't produce oil themselves. It's just oil that's been essentially falling down from the oil filter, and now that's been fixed. But man, I'll tell you, this car has had its diva-ish moments, but now I think it's a bit more smooth sailing. The catalytic converter isn't going to affect the efficiency of the car, according to my mechanic. So that's a good sign at least. And by the way, guys, this clamshell hood, a lot of people have said like, oh, it's gonna be a nightmare to put that down. Not really. You just grab it by the kidney grill and close it like that. And just like that, today's video is in fact over. I know it's a bit short, but I did just want to give an update that the car has a check engine light again, and you might not see it for a few more videos, which is, yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, it happens. But thankfully though, it doesn't appear to be any major problems. Obviously the catalytic converter can be fixed a lot, and it doesn't have as many confusing aspects as, say, what the transmission issue was having. And the car's still drivable nonetheless. Like, I put about 70, 80 miles on the car since it was fixed, and it was fixed like 3 days ago. So, I mean, yeah. And just like that, yeah. If you guys liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Tell me how you felt about the car, or how I'm filming, or anything else in the comments below. And if you want to keep watching more videos like this, leave a subscribe. So yeah, I'm out. Peace.